How's it going, guys? My name is Ishaan, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down the full technical analysis and price target for SNDL stock. Along with that, I'll be breaking down my personal strategy of how I plan to profit off the stock as well. So be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below if you want to learn technical analysis and become more profitable. It can really help elevate your trading to the next level so that you can make better entry and exit decisions. So be sure to check it out down below, and let's get to it. Alright, so jumping into the technicals for SNDL stock, we can see a few things right off the bat. So first of all, right over here on this hourly chart right here, I told you guys the stock was setting up for a massive squeeze higher when it was right over here. The stock ended up running up almost 100% since then, all the way up to $1.84. And as you can see, even last week, I told you guys how the stock was forming this symmetrical triangle over here. And I told you guys clearly, wait to see which way it goes, because if it ends up breaking lower, we're setting up for a really big move lower, and the stock ended up dropping. So now taking a look at what's been happening recently, things still aren't looking that bullish for the stock. As you can see, we had a major level of support right here at $1.16. We bounced over here, and it was also a previous level of support way back over here in this general area as well. And as you can see, what happened today, the stock ended up breaking below it, and now it's even closed below that level. The fact that it's closed below a key level of support indicates that buyers weren't very strong and that sellers faced very minimal resistance in breaking past that level, and just overall shows that sellers are still in control. And even if we take a look at the MACD, we can see how the red MACD line is crossing below the green signal line, and that's further indicating that the momentum is still in favor of the bears. And remember, guys, I'm not trying to be bearish here. I have no position in the stock as of now. I'm just breaking down the technicals how I see it. And now going to the daily chart, we can see how we formed three black crows, essentially 3 consecutive days of downwards movement. And this essentially signals again, sellers are in control. The fact that a stock is able to do 3 consecutive days of continuously dropping a stock really shows the minimal amount of resistance that sellers faced. Now going back to the hourly chart, now that you're getting a rough understanding of how the technicals are looking and what's basically going on, let me break down my price target and my exact strategy to profit off the stock, and what you should also be looking for if you're perhaps looking to buy into the stock or sell or whatever. So as I said, it closed below a key level of support. So the first level I could easily see the stock dropping down to is this $7 level. This is where we had support in this area right over here. Below $7, I think it's very likely we then drop back down to 92 cents, where we bottomed right over here as well. If we drop back to 92 cents, it will be crucial we hold that level and form a double bottom, because I can bet you that a lot of buyers have their stop losses placed right below this area. And at these support levels, the classic thing you want to be looking for is higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Like right over here, the moment the stock started forming higher highs and higher lows, that's when the stock reversed. But along with that, the stock also must break above the 9 EMA. As you can see back over here, the moment the stock broke above the 9 EMA, which is the blue line, and turned it into support, push up, turn it into support, push up, turn it into support, that shows that the trend is in favor of the bulls. So when the stock is above the 9 EMA, it shows that bulls are in control. When it's below it and turning into resistance, it shows that bears are in control. So not only do we need to start forming higher highs and higher lows, but break above the 9 EMA as well. And then personally, I will only be looking to buy once we can break above this about $1.25 level. As we can see, this $1.25 level, we were facing resistance in this general area right over here. So once we begin forming higher highs and higher lows, and we break above the 9 EMA, and then we also break above the $1.25 level, then only I would be looking to buy, because that would signal that buyers are finally stepping up and they're trying to reverse the trend. Plus, a break on this resistance level is going to force a bunch of shorts to cover the short position, and so my personal strategy would be buying into that breakout. And now if the stock continues higher, breaks above this $1.25 level, then the next level of resistance would be right here at $1.32, but I think we'll probably break past that, and my real price target on a strong move higher above this $1.25 level would be up here at $1.45, where we had previous levels of support in this area, so that's where the stock would most likely find resistance as well. So those are the key levels to watch, guys, and make sure you're always waiting for confirmation and using technical analysis. Remember, be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below, where my goal is to help you learn all these different patterns, indicators, and trends so that you can become more profitable and make better entry and exit decisions. You got to know all of this stuff for yourself if you want to become a better trader, so be sure to check it out down below. And now the key reasons why the stock has been fundamentally falling is because of them issuing more shares. As we saw in their most recent earnings report, they had $719 million in unrestricted cash on hand, which was a lot, and I genuinely thought that they probably wouldn't be raising any more capital because now they had enough money. They had started investing in other companies and started these multiple joint ventures that we talked about in last week's video. However, it seems like the company is still going to continue raising more money, because a couple of days ago the company agreed that from the time during this agreement, in terms of subject and conditions set forth in, it will issue and sell through the agents acting as sale agents, and they're basically going to be selling more common shares, having an aggregate offering price of up to $800 million. So essentially this is a shelf offering, meaning they basically can sell whenever they want to, and they don't really have to, file with the SEC each time. They can just sell whenever they want to. They could sell it all at once. And so the fact that they're looking to sell up to $800 million more of shares is just kind of like a punch to the investors. Like, hey, thanks for pumping up our stock. We're just going to sell more shares, take the money, and run with it. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Look, if they're diluting to reinvest back into the business and to set themselves up for future growth, that's good. That's perfectly fine. But the fact of the matter is, right now it's kind of looking like they're just taking advantage of retail investors who believe in the company, and they're just diluting them more and more and more and more. And so I'm not a big fan of this, and I'm sure a lot of you aren't either. And so it's just going to remain to see, what do they do with this cash now? It's looking very likely that they're setting up to do something massive, like a massive acquisition or a pretty big merger, because otherwise I don't really understand why they're doing so many raises, considering as of last quarter, which was just a couple weeks ago, they had $700 million in cash. So we still have to see what they're gonna do, but overall, yeah, that's why the stock has been dropping. So guys, be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below if you want to learn technical analysis. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, clocking out for now. Peace.